I was gonna do something funny with the "You Are Last Hope," but I can't. I don't think I can do the voice right now.
That's fine.
But I'm Tim, and this is Flipperflix.
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
And it's still Flipperflix.
Is it?
It is still Flipperflix.
Yeah.
We don't have our
Flipperflix
voice acting on.
Galaxy Edition.
Oh, there you go.
I thought you were gonna do the Alan Rickman for
His
speech.
I think that one would have been good too. The Rock to Rock, or by Graptar's Hammer, You Shall Be Avenged.
That one.
Or yeah.
Or
that one's great.
Never give up, never surrender.
Never surrender, yeah. But those are too obvious. I was trying to do the what's his face? You all I can't do his voice. Oh, last hope.
So we're doing Galaxy Quest.
Classic, yeah.
As
Galaxy
our last Sigourney
film.
Going
Going out with a good one.
Going in with the serious sci-fi and out with the comedy.
Oh,
Comedy
yeah.
sci-fi.
But what's this one about?
Probably one of the best comedy sci-fis out there.
Whoa.
The only other one I can
bet.
think of is Hitchhikers.
What about Spaceballs?
Yeah, that's the only other one I could think of was Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, Hitchhikers, Pluto Nash.
Still don't know that
Mars
one.
Attacks.
He has been talking about Pluto
Mars
and
Attack.
Nash.
Pluto Nash is a great movie.
I don't know what it is.
Eddie Murphy. That's all you need to know.
Oh, okay. Oh, is the cover, is he in a spacesuit on the cover?
I think so.
I think I've seen that.
Probably, because it's not on Earth.
Earth girls are easy.
It's like if they were in the future, and I think it's the moon. If I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it, but
okay, I remember the cover of
yeah,
this.
it's the Adventures of Pluto Nash, the man on the moon. So yeah, they live on the moon. It's pretty funny. It's a pretty good film.
All right, Sam, real quick. Do you think it's Pluto and Nash or Pluto Nash?
Pluto Nash.
Okay.
It's his name.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but sometimes I thought there was a couple times I thought you said and.
No.
Like
Pluto and the Nash.
And the
Pluto
Nash.
and Nash.
That reminds me of like a cartoon where like there's a dog
Yeah.
in space with him.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like Pluto and Nash.
Yeah. There's like Billy and Mandy. There's like lots of two named.
Yeah.
Dave versus the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry, you're supposed to say what this film's
Galaxy
about.
Quest. This film came out before Pluto and Nash, and is a '90s baby film. Barely 1999.
Barely.
It's an hour and 42 minutes long. Not bad for comedy. That's pretty good, I think. But if you were to see this film, you would recognize everyone.
Yeah.
I think
That's a joke,
quite
yeah.
literally.
It's
everyone.
not a joke. I don't know why I said it
Yeah,
is.
it's not. It's not. It's I mean, literally everyone in it is either a star-studded person or you just know who they are because you've seen them around. Give a few, give or take a few. But here's a synopsis for you. The alumni cast of a space opera television series have to play their roles as the real thing when an alien race needs their help. However, they also have to defend both Earth and the alien race from a reptilian warlord.
Real quick, is he a reptile by definition? Like,
that's what, yeah. When I read that, I'm like, reptile? Is that just how they're trying to describe him because they don't know how to?
Yeah.
a reptilian like a reptilian-like thing.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not like what you would think is like a lizard person, right? He doesn't look like that. I wouldn't say they're reptilian just by looking at them, especially with I don't know.
Yeah, I would have just assumed it was an alien.
Right, just alien. Yeah.
Just write alien.
It's their version of an alien.
We're not going to get upset with you. Just say alien, guys.
Yeah.
And just like the termites, because he calls them termites.
Oh, okay.
These are the termites. It's like,
oh yeah.
I couldn't remember what their name was.
Dude, so that scene where they first like come up and their like their skin isn't they don't have their like shapeshift on.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They land there,
like,
and
they walk.
Guy screams.
He screams.
So Sigourney didn't know that he was going to scream.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And
she jumps pretty good too.
That's her real reaction.
That's amazing.
It's so good. I remember looking up that little bit because I was like, "Wow, she was just like on point with that." And it's like, did they have a countdown? Nope. He just literally he screamed.
I know.
She fucking. That's a great. I mean, I'm going to say this a lot, but that's a great scene.
Guy.
The
Oh,
entire movie is a great scene.
There you go.
so another part of that scene I love is he's the engineer. It's Monk.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah, it's
comes up
Monk.
and he's
That's
just like
all I
chill.
know him by.
Yeah.
That's-
He's just chill.
Dude, I love that so much. The characters in this movie
Are charactery.
are charactery, but they're cast so well that you could tell people are just having fun with the characters. I think. Like,
Yeah.
I know I say that a lot to you, but
So
or every so often with movies that I like people, I tend to like movies where people seem to be enjoying what they're doing
Yeah.
Alan
because they're
Rickman.
more loose. It just feels like people are more loose when they're like in
Yeah.
a comedy and they're just having fun with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alan Rickman hated sci-fi.
Oh man.
His character fits for it. Like,
Yeah, but he saw
it's
like
perfect.
yeah, he was like, "There's no way I can't pass on this role, though."
That's amazing.
Like his character comes from a Shakespearean background. He came from a Shakespearean background.
I mean, it's perfect, right? Like it's just, he
Yeah.
wears the fucking wig thing. He's disgusted in the first 3/4 of the movie. Like,
At one point, so Harold Ramis was set to direct, I think, for this movie, and then he was trying to get Alec Baldwin to play the lieutenant or sergeant, Commander Taggart.
Commander Taggart, yeah.
I feel like Alec Baldwin could have nailed the Captain Kirk parody.
Yeah, he could have taken a different direction with it.
He would have been very much just mocking
Well,
William Shatner.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
That's the way I think I would have seen him. And then the backup.
I think he would have been good. Yeah,
The backup was Kevin fucking Kline. So Dave was almost in this film,
Yeah.
but something with his family came up, so he couldn't. Then Harold Ramis left because I don't think he didn't believe that Tim Allen could do it.
Oh man.
I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know. But he's like, he did a good job. Like he even goes back and says that.
Nice.
he definitely did do a good job. But like I was thinking about it earlier, and of all the characters and all the people, he only shines because he's the commander,
Yeah.
right? Because he's forced to be there,
Mm-hmm.
like as like this certain character. But he plays the character very well. He
Oh,
does.
yeah.
He's like the clueless, like full of himself kind of guy, right? Like
Yeah.
that, it fits. Like he does it really well. But like everyone else is just a step up. Like I don't know. I feel especially Monk. I love his character. Sam Rockwell's character gets me every fucking time.
Guy.
Guy. Yep.
Fucking guy.
I was
I love how they
laughing.
give him a name at the end.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
last name. You have a last name. It's a do I? Do I? Holy shit. I've seen this movie too many times. Or not enough.
I love Sam Rockwell in this movie because he reminds me of Orlando Bloom in Lord of the Rings, where if you're just watching him
Yeah.
in the scene, he's making some crazy faces.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, was he drunk this entire
Right.
time? Like, it kind of seems that way. Or he was high or something. Like,
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
like, he's too fun not
He's
to
just having
watch.
fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing. Yeah.
He almost skipped out on this film.
Oh, man, it wouldn't have been the same.
The only one
that would not have been.
the only one that I didn't read was gonna skip out was Sigourney.
She's like, I'm in.
I think that's
That
the
woman
fun.
just knows.
She just
She
knows what's a
knows.
good movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she made Heartbreakers work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like how?
I think it's funny too, is her character, if you think about it in depth, is actually a really good, like it seems redundant and stupid to have a person that talks to and repeats the computer completely.
Yeah.
But if you think about the atmosphere they're in, she's actually a pretty huge utility because she
'Cause
can
of
cut through all the bullshit and get stuff straight to the point. So like if the captain's trying to do a lot of things, Peter says something he doesn't know, she specifically is listening. You know what I mean? Like so then she repeats what the computer says.
Yeah.
And then she talks to the computer so that if there's a bunch of shit going on, it'll hear her voice and respond. You know, but they play it out funny because they're all sitting around a fucking table and she's asking it questions and
I
it's
know.
responding, and he's just
Yeah.
like, "What the
Will
fuck?"
you stop repeating it? But
Yeah.
let's be real. We
Good
all
job.
know the point of her character.
Yeah,
The character in the show, not the character. Not
right,
her.
right. The character in
Yeah.
the show and what they're making fun of. But I've thought about it way too much. I'm like, it's actually very smart from a
What-
tactical perspective.
How did you watch this film?
This time, I don't know.
He's
Probably-
reciting it from memory.
Yeah, I quite literally. No, I watched it on
Prime?
Prime, probably.
We whipped out our
I
DVD.
think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my parents got the DVD, so
Yeah.
I looked around. I was like, I don't have it, but
It has that old school TV menu, DVD menu
Yes,
that just goes on forever.
Yeah.
Which is the worst thing to wake up in the middle of the night?
oh god,
The DVD menu or whatever the fuck Hulu chose you're watching.
Yeah, that's
Number
tough
2.
because so many times I've woken up to a repeating intro song or scene on a DVD cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just like, ugh.
But at least it's the
I
same
don't
sound
know.
over and over.
Right. And you don't like randomly miss whatever the fuck you watched, or it puts something random on that you would never watch. And now
That's
it's
the one that
you're
I
just like,
hate.
it
Yeah.
affects your fucking search and stuff. Like, ugh.
Like inevitably, it's always something that you would never
Garbage.
watch. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
how did we
wouldn't be
get
interested
here?
in.
Like,
And I'll just like be like,
You're
you're
asleep.
watching
We're gonna try this out.
Puppy Pals.
yeah, like what the fuck? I've woken up to so many horror movies in the middle of the night. I'm like, why
Yeah.
is this happening?
That's not something you want to wake up to.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Tim does, but
Not
I go to sleep to horror movies. I've been trying to watch one the other day, and I keep falling asleep during it. But
We're not compatible.
yeah, it's like I literally.
we
like,
already
I
know
gotta
that
go to
we're-
sleep. I should watch a horror movie. Yeah,
we also know we're not compatible because Sam, what do we watch?
Kids movies.
yeah, and I just don't watch kids movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, second question for you. Who would you rather lead you like into battle, I guess? Would you prefer the commander or Buzz Lightyear?
Buzz Lightyear.
Obviously Buzz Lightyear. He's a space
It
ranger.
it depends. So,
All right,
are
Tim.
we talking in the context of their movies, or the context of who their characters are incepted in the movies? So it's like Tim Allen, or the actual Commander Taggart, or Buzz Lightyear, or what the toy is based on, the Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear the toy or the actor
Yeah,
version?
Buzz Lightyear. Oh,
I'll take a fucking toy, man.
a living toy. Yeah, he's got the element of surprise. Like,
I like how Tim literally walked through that just to say Buzz
I
Lightyear.
know.
yeah,
He's like, well, I can't agree right
I
away.
think both ways it's Buzz Lightyear, but you know,
Yeah. You had to work it out. I respect that.
yeah. Oh shit. Well, let's see. Have we covered any specific scenes? Really?
Yeah, we have. The landing scene in the base.
A few. Yeah.
Justin Long's in this. First cinematic.
Yes. Justin Long. Is
First time he's ever been in a movie. Rainn
Again,
Wilson.
somebody you'll recognize. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Rainn Wilson. First time he's ever been in a movie.
yep.
Well, and when Justin Long first is talking to Tim Allen, he's like, but I didn't even cover my conundrum. And I don't know why, but like that just made me just die laughing. I was
Oh
like,
my
oh,
gosh.
poor little fella.
Yeah. All of his scenes are hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
Mother,
all
I don't
real.
think you understand the importance. And
It's real. It's all real.
it's
I
all real.
knew it.
And rewatching
Oh,
this movie,
shit.
I don't think I understood the plot as a child. Like, I think
No.
I was just all in for like a space movie.
Slapstick
Like, I didn't
comedy.
realize that they were like actors, and I'm like, that's very integral to like the satire of this movie.
I know,
Like, as a
right?
kid,
Yeah.
I'm just like fucking clueless.
There ain't no way I didn't know the plot. This movie was on all the time at my house.
That being said,
This was
your
our family movie.
Your family
Ah.
loves Star Trek, though.
True. Yeah.
And it's considered one of the top Star Trek films of all time.
Yeah. I mean, it's great.
J.J.
It's-
Abrams, didn't he just do the Star Trek films? Like with Chris
Yeah, I
Pine?
think yeah, with Chris Pine, I think so.
Yeah.
I can't remember
He
who.
claims this is his favorite Star Trek film.
Yeah.
Trekkies rank it like 5th out of all Star Trek films or something.
So good. I mean, it's a great, because you can understand, like, if somebody's a diehard Star Trek fan, I could absolutely see them enjoying a satire of their favorite franchise.
Yeah.
I think they're
Like, why
more laid
wouldn't
back
they?
than Star Wars fans.
Do what?
I think Trekkies are more laid back than Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
Yep. That's actually
They
true.
fucking
Yeah.
hate it.
So you're saying
it's weird. Yeah.
No, see, there's like a level of the diehards.
It's like gamers though.
That's
True.
true.
Gamers are the same way. They'll love something and then be like, "This is fucking." Well, I do that all the time.
Well, if they change one little aspect that they don't like,
Right.
they throw
now
the
it's
whole
ruined.
franchise.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like that, Sam.
I was gonna say, so you would appreciate a satire of Lord of the Rings?
Oh yes,
Yeah. 100%.
I think it'd be funny, but it would need to be done
If
well.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Like Mel Brooks.
That's tough. You could do a really good one, but that's tough. It couldn't be like those shitty, like scary movie.
I was gonna say
style.
no disaster movie.
Yeah, it can't be anything like that. It would have to be kind of like Galaxy Quest or something like that, or like Spaceballs. Spaceballs.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Mel Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, are there fantasy comedies?
I was trying to think of one.
I know, and I couldn't think of one.
Like, there's like Your Highness.
has
Yes,
to be.
Your Highness.
But I never saw that.
I know there's a couple. Your Highness is the one that comes to thought.
That's Natalie Portman.
Yeah, and what's his face and what's his other face and
Nice.
Danny McBride and oh my gosh, 127 hours.
James Franco.
Yeah,
What's his face and what's his other face?
yeah.
Very helpful.
I don't know. Aside from that, I'm not sure. There's got to be though. I feel like I've seen some.
I think Knights of Badassdom is one that has Peter Dinklage in it.
Oh, that is one.
I
yeah.
never saw it.
I did. It's funny.
I didn't think it looked good, but
I'd have to go back and watch it again. I haven't seen it forever.
I'm talking like, because Your Highness I always took as like a pot movie. I thought it was like a stoner film.
Yeah, I mean it's not really
because it's Danny McBride.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
And the film is called Your High.
Kind of like a yeah. I mean, yeah, those two together, like, yeah, that's probably exactly what it is.
Yeah. But anyway, so Galaxy Quest. Couple quotes that I loved.
Okay.
Oh, her translator is broken.
She just goes like,
He's like, okay.
Yeah, that was amazing. Agreed.
And then, oh, great. Now I'm repeating the computer. So the scene Tim was talking about with Sigourney repeating, she calls herself out.
Yeah, she does.
My favorite one was one of Sam Rockwell's. They land and he's like, "It's an alien planet.
Yes.
Is there air? You don't know." And like,
You
it's
don't
just,
know.
like, the delivery in his face. Yeah.
And then Luke just like seems okay. That's literally one of the best scenes in the entire fucking movie. Hands down, one of the best fucking scenes.
How do you think you would react? Do you think you'd be more like Guy or Monk?
Well, at that point, by the time the door cracks open, I would already I'd be like Monk. Because at that point, I'm like, well, we're committed. So
exactly.
You would be Guy.
We're either dead or we're not. So
Sam would be Guy.
Yeah, freaking out, probably.
Rightfully so. He died in episode 81.
See, there you go.
This is just like episode 81.
The plan from
this
81.
one I died.
I died. The way he just goes from like calm to freaking out is so great. So good every time. One of my favorite quotes is, yeah, they're so small. They're like, oh shit, now I'm going to butcher it. But basically, Alexander comes back and he's like, minors, not minors. They're talking about the little.
I know.
Yeah, they're like children. Minors, not minors.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The other one I liked
favorites.
was right before the obstacle course. Sigourney Weaver's like, well, forget it. I'm not going. This episode was poorly written.
Yeah.
Like it's like a fourth wall break. I was like,
Yeah,
this is
it's so
classic.
Oh shit. Yeah, this movie is just comedy gold in my opinion. But
Yeah, it's very clever.
I feel like one other thing they did a good job with is mixing. They did a little CGI, but there was some good prosthetics in there.
That's what I was gonna say.
For sure.
Like the bad guys still look really good, like shockingly.
You can
good.
kind of tell he was got a lot of prosthetics or whatever because he didn't move a lot.
Exactly. Yeah.
He really didn't move very much.
Yeah. 2 of the Mythbusters helped with the prosthetics.
That's cool.
There you go.
Grant, and I want to say it's Adam Savage because I believe they helped with Star Wars, like The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And that was similar timelines. You know what? I'm pretty sure I saw Lucas like their studio. Not like Lucas Studios, but like the
Right.
Star Wars, like the part that they do the prosthetics. Like when you see Jim Henson, you're like, oh, this will be good prosthetics.
Oh, okay.
Good
Yeah.
puppets, I guess. I mean.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
But how would you
Oh,
say
man.
Sigourney did?
I thought she did well.
She melded with her character again.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a ton of depth to this one because she wasn't the lead.
I feel like it would have been fun doing this coming off the heels of like
Alien 3.
Ripley and being a badass,
Right, yeah.
and then she just gets to be like basically stupid and fun.
Right.
I
Yeah, I
that'd
think,
be
like I
fun.
said, they were having fun with it and everything, and I would say that she didn't like outshine anyone just because everyone was doing so well.
Yeah.
I think everybody was on pretty much the same level. Like it's just that good.
Dude,
Chemistry was good all around.
so Tim Allen apparently was annoying her the entire time
Oh no!
because he kept asking for autographs on his alien memorabilia.
Oh man, that
That's
would be
fucking
annoying.
weird.
Yeah. And
It's not the place to do that.
yeah, like he was doing it between takes.
Oh my god!
And like just trying to talk to her about
fuck?
Alien. Yeah, that's kind of
Bruh.
weird, right? So she signed one, and apparently it pissed him off because she wrote, "Stolen by Tim Allen. Love, Sigourney Weaver."
You fucking idiot. Oh, that's great.
But I don't think they're in bad terms because they're talking about doing a
I'm
sequel.
sure they're not. Really? That
So,
would be funny.
A sequel.
I don't
was,
know how that'll go, but
Yeah.
A sequel was kind of in the works back in like 2015ish. Then Alan Rickman passed, and it got shelved. So, but in 2021, the two of them have been talking about returning and reprising their roles.
Nice.
wonder how that would go. I mean, would they just pick up off of like, oh, we had a successful reboot of our franchise in the world? Because that's what happens at the end is they reboot
Yeah.
the franchise.
Exactly. Yeah.
They
So it's like, would it just be kind of like a continuation of that, but they also do something space? Or like, I mean, I don't know how you would do it again. I don't know how you make a sequel to this.
I don't know either.
I don't want there to be a sequel to this.
Yeah, you're
because
like,
it'll
no.
water down the original.
That's what's funny is like, sometimes movies just need to be laid, like series just need to be done. Like we don't need
Yeah, there's
10
no
of
reason
everything.
to bring everything back. Like,
Unless
it was
there's
good
like
in
an
its time.
amazing
Let it be.
plot.
yeah. Or it was designed to have an open, concept
Ending.
or whatever, open world or continuation without the requirement of certain characters. Like, but this movie very specifically kind of ended.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the part towards the end where they're at the con, like, can you imagine the commitment to the bit? Like, you're one of these fans at the Comic-Con and you see like the alien dude come out and then he gets like zapped. Like, I'd just be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, these
It would be
people
the
like
coolest thing
spent so
ever.
much budget. I'd be like, that was so cool. Especially coming from like, if you're one of their fans, they've opened at a Best Buy, which was a fucking hilarious scene that they were just chilling at
Right.
Best Buy.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gold. So I don't know. I don't think you could create that again, or it would just feel like, okay, you guys are just like redoing the first one in a shitty
Right.
way. You know what I mean?
Maybe they can
Yeah.
go with like sci-fi, like Star Trek. The Galaxy Quest is dead, and like they're trying to move on to like fantasy or superheroes.
And you get your Lord of the Rings spoof.
Well, what I'm saying is
that
like
would be interesting.
where they're getting overshadowed by that because like nerddom has completely
Grown.
changed in the last like 25 years
That's true.
because it's much more like
See, I almost like the idea, and I don't know how you would put Sigourney and Tim Allen in this, but exactly what you're saying. Do the same thing, literally the same thing, but in a fantasy setting.
yeah.
But then you just have Narnia. But Narnia is not a comedy, but
Yeah.
then that's kind of what you have. But I don't know.
But you're right. Like, nerddom has changed. And so
Yeah.
they would have to like wrestle with that. That could be a
Yeah.
good plot.
I could see that.
That would be, I feel like that's the angle they'd have to go. Cause like, I mean, even Paul, which also has Sigourney Weaver in it, another classic.
Mhm.
They're like full on Comic-Con. Like that wasn't, I wasn't aware of that. I mean, I was 8 when this came out, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like it really picked up speed in like the mid aughts.
Mm.
Mid 2000s.
Yeah, I wonder if they have to do the same formula though, as in like the whole one of the biggest things behind this was the redemption of like all of them as people, essentially, right?
That's
They
true.
go through an entire redemption arc together as people that were just riding on their coattails of what they had done previously, and it had fallen off hard, and then they come back to reprise it. So it'd be interesting to see if they would pick it up to where it's like super popular, and then like something new comes up and starts like they can see that it's like taking everybody away from their events or whatever.
Yeah.
Or is it already at the point where something has already just overshadowed them and now they have to somehow be relevant again? I don't
Maybe
know.
they have to rescue a bunch of cosplayers.
Nah.
People cosplaying as them.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, maybe somebody maybe an alien comes and threatens Earth or some shit, and so like they come out as actually being these people.
Yeah.
And like actually doing something in space and stuff, and so then the Terminites come back and whatnot.
Dude, also Tommy had the hardest job. I'm just gonna say it. He had to learn how to fly a ship.
Yeah, and when he's like
He
squeaking
did.
out,
I know. Like
oh my
she had,
goodness.
like Sigourney she just had to repeat. Taggart just had to command. That's just like reading lines. I mean, Monk is just down in the basement being like,
he's just doing stuff.
They said it's not gonna
Getting group
work.
hugs.
Yeah.
They said that she won't hold it together much longer. Is that right, guys? Good job.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good job.
Oh my gosh.
And then Alan Rickman, I don't even know what he's supposed to be the Spock of the series.
Yeah, Spock / Worf.
Worf, okay.
He's like a mix of those two, in my
Sporf.
opinion.
Yeah,
Because like he takes Spock and he's like the wise warrior, right? He's like the wise lieutenant. You take Worf, he's the fucking Klingon. He's the fighter.
Sure.
And I think to me they're mixed together because his whole culture for Alan Rickman's character is
the
like
avenging
the Rocktar and stuff like that. And he's got the head thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And he's the only one.
I know. And he doesn't take it off when he goes back to his hotel.
Yeah.
He leaves it on all the time. I love that. And then like even later on when he's like his hair comes through and nobody acknowledges it. Like not even the aliens. They don't even like acknowledge that his hair is like sticking through.
Yeah. That was funny.
What about the this just made me think of the basically cafeteria scene.
Oh,
he's
the
like
bugs.
Our computer to fucking make whatever, and he's got like ticks and stuff.
Yeah. I really liked how they had to like at the end when they're trying to get to Omega 13, they had to go through the smashing room and fucking Sigourney says, "Well, fuck that."
Yeah.
But it gets changed
to screw.
It gets like dubbed over to, "Well, screw that."
Yeah.
But she very clearly says something else. You're like, that's not what she said.
I know.
Yeah.
You should have probably done a second take there, guy.
Yeah, seriously.
That's part of the fun, I think.
I know.
It's like, let's just leave it. Like,
why did we have it?
I had
it's for an action show. It was just for action in the episode.
Yeah, actually, whoever wrote this should die. I am a little ashamed of this, but when I was a kid, when Alan Rickman gets up and just in the cafeteria scene, he says, "I'm going to look for a pub." I turned to my parents and was like, "What is that?" They're like, "It's a bar." I was like, "Oh." I didn't know what a pub was.
I mean, you were like 9.
Yeah.
10.
Right. I was like, what the fuck's a pub?
Did he say pug?
Stupid
I would love to see a pug.
Right.
I think I even asked what he said because I couldn't like understand what like pub because of his accent. Like,
yeah.
But
that's funny.
Yeah.
See, Tim didn't understand everything as a kid either.
No.
Yeah. Why did you say it like that?
I just wanted to say it like that.
Okay. I have 3 last quick notes.
All right.
Dun dun dun.
The Omega 13 button on the DVD menu will just randomly take you back and then replay the last like 5 seconds of the DVD menu.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's fantastic.
It just resets it.
That's fantastic.
Sam Rockwell based his like acting off of Bill Paxton in Aliens. Like just assuming he's going to die constantly.
Right?
Absolutely can see it. Yeah.
And this had one of those really ridiculous, terrible websites like early on in the internet, like Space Jam did. Like you can find screen clips of it still.
Say again? What now?
GalaxyQuest.com was one of the first, like, not like one of the first websites, but it was like one of the first movie websites.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was made to look like a fan site. Like a fan made the site.
Nice.
Huh.
And it lasted for
fun.
years. Like it was, the URL isn't working now, but it was like up until like 5 years ago.
Dang. They held on to it
For
a
like
while.
20 years.
Yeah.
I think Space Jam still has their website.
Nice.
That doesn't surprise me.
Because I want to slam.
Well, they rebooted Space
Welcome
Jam,
to
so
the jam.
they were like, we'll pay for
they
it.
did.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, as the picker of the film, last Sigourney Weaver film of the season of Sigourney. Springtime is ending. We're about to go into the pits of dragons. We're going straight into the fantasy world.
Yeah.
Well, we're taking 2 little pit stops into whatever I want.
Adamland.
Adamland.
Yeah. Adamland.
So we'll do that first. But where are you ranking? Are you flipping it on? I guess I don't really need to ask that question.
Yeah, I think
where
it's pretty obvious. This movie is will always be in my heart. I love this movie. It was something that was on in our house like all the time. So it's like any of those nights that you were looking for something to watch didn't matter. It was like if you didn't have anything to watch, we would just throw on Galaxy Quest. So we'd eat dinner and watch Galaxy Quest, and it happened all the time. Just because like we would just never stop laughing at it. So I think I have a little bit more love for it than some people might see it and be like, this is just a silly, stupid movie. I don't get it. But like for me, it's a lot of nostalgia and stuff. So yeah, this is for sure a flip on. I think it's something that everyone can kind of pick up on and enjoy, because if you don't like sci-fi, stuff, it's like enjoy the aspect of making fun of it, kind of, right? Because that's
Yeah.
a play on that. And then, but if you're a big sci-fi person, you can appreciate it in that aspect. So it's like, and then it's a comedy and all this stuff. So I think a lot of people could not benefit from seeing it, but would enjoy seeing it.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a flip on, and it goes in the first spot for me. Skadoosh.
What? All right. Do you want to list out your rankings in total?
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest, Dave, Aliens, Ghostbusters, Copycat, Heartbreakers, Gorillas in the Mist, the TV set, Alien 3, and Snow White and the Tale of Terror.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about you, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, I saw this as a kid and then like never again. Not because I disliked it, but I just never came back to it. And it's really funny.
You weren't really into sci-fi though.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. I hadn't seen Spaceballs till you guys made me watch it, like in college.
Yeah.
So I just I don't know. It was like not on my radar. But it's really funny, and it's still really funny. Like I was just like, oh man, like wait, this is really good. I was surprised at how good it was. Still, I thought it was gonna be one of those ones where you watch it again, and you're like, oh yikes.
Aged a little.
Yeah, but no, it was good, and I definitely didn't get all of it as a kid, but that's cool. It makes it more special as an adult because you're like, there's no fucking way. So yeah, I definitely flip it on. I'd watch it again. I kind of put this like in the realm of Ghostbusters, where it's just like a good comedy that's a little bit older. So yeah, I am gonna slot it above Ghostbusters though, because I feel like this is just a tad more ridiculous with Sam Rockwell. So I enjoy that. So Galaxy Quest is number 1 as well for me.
What?
Yep. Then it goes to Ghostbusters, Aliens, Heartbreakers, Copycat, TV set, Dave, Gorillas in the Mist, Snow White, and Alien 3.
Nice.
Bring us home, Adam.
So I just want to say it's not a surprise you like this film.
Yeah.
The director also did Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, Sam loves that movie. So
There you go. That's crazy.
I know. I would flip it on, I guess.
Out of duress. You're like, I guess I have to flip it on.
No, but I would, I'd put it number 1 as well, actually.
Whoa. Yeah.
My first 4 are literally carbon copied from Tim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Galaxy Quest, Dave, Aliens, Ghostbusters.
Oh, it is.
Look at you guys.
And then, but this is where it changed. I have the TV set, Copycat, Gorillas in the Mist, Heartbreakers, Snow White, and Alien 3.
Yeah.
Now, for me, the biggest surprise of the Sigourney season, I thought Gorillas in the Mist was going to be a little higher up for me.
Mm.
But I also didn't realize Diane Fossey was a fucking badass. And it was just
Right.
super intense.
Yeah.
And we also watched it early. What's interesting to me is that 1 and 2 for me and Tim, and then 1 for you, is our last film we watched.
Yeah.
It's just a goodie. Can't be dethroned.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Because Dave was kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one was my biggest surprise. Like, enjoyment.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what mine was. I feel like I was surprised that Heartbreakers was as good as it was because the cover just looks horrendous.
Yeah. It's awful. Which is funny, though. You like that movie style.
Yeah.
Like Heist.
Yeah. And then I didn't
Heist
know what to expect for Aliens because I didn't know where, like, Alien becomes shitty. Because, like,
For a
I had
little
only
bit,
ever seen
yeah.
the first one. So I was like, I don't know. Bill Paxton is great in that one.
See, I didn't expect Snow White to be great.
Exactly, right? Like, you're kind of
But-
like, this is
Yeah.
weird.
It's kind of like, yeah.
But, like, Alien 3 for me was a disappointment. Because we just watched Aliens, and I was like, oh, that was really good. And then this one was just...
and you're just like,
You're
wah,
riding
wah.
high, and then you're like, no. See, I was expecting it to dip off because I remember when we were talking with Tim about it. He's like, no, at one point it gets really bad. And I couldn't remember where it was, but I was like, it's going to happen between these movies somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for next season.
Yeah.
We're doing House of the Dragon. We're actually going to release as soon as possible,
We're pivoting from film.
just for a season at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For now. Who knows? If we do better with TV, we'll just be like, fuck it. Yeah. We're going to do some weird stuff next season, though. We're going to do a bingo board.
For House of the Dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We got that. We got some running little bets between us, being like, I think this is gonna happen. I don't, and then the person gets more points.
Ooh,
It's
I bet
just
I'm
like-
going to be wrong.
Is this gonna be just like Whose Line Is It Anywhere, where the points don't actually matter?
Except for bragging
Really
right.
depends on how they go about it, but
Yeah, I have high expectations, but we'll also
no, I think
do,
it'll be great. I think it'll be back to roots, just like it is with Game of Thrones. But
yeah. I am excited to do. We're gonna do a recap episode. I think Tim is aware of this.
mm,
You know, to get us back in the mood before June 16th. I think that's when the first episode drops. So it'll be
Nice.
shortly after that.
6th or
for that.
16th.
16th. It is in the
Okay.
teens for sure.
So we'll do a recap, some chit-chatting. I haven't watched that since it came out, so it will be good to get a recap. But before that, we're going to Adamland. And what is Adam doing?
Adam is picking 2 films that you won't know until it's time to watch them,
Okay.
Yeah.
which will be interesting. Because there's movies that Sam dreads and drags her feet, kicks and moans while I'm turning on. And she's like, I don't want to watch this. I'm like, sorry, I guess.
Oh,
So-
man.
Depending on the day, I am a child about the podcast.
That being said, I kick and scream on some films too.
Exactly. I think we all do.
Tim's probably
Yeah.
like, fucking another kids movie, seriously?
I need to go a little
with them?
tipsy for this one, I guess.
No,
Choose you my solution.
all they're gonna know is the movie length before we start the film.
Nice.
So should be fun. Looking forward to it.
What
Yeah.
are you, like 90?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to today's episode. If you would like to watch what we're watching, you can follow along on Instagram or Threads. We like to post little teasers, little things that are going on. We are at FlipperFlix. We also have a website, flipperflix.com, and Gmail, flipperflix@gmail.com. We appreciate anybody sending in recommendations. We like to watch, what you enjoy, maybe what you didn't like. If you want to torture us sending something terrible, we'd like to watch it anyway. Give our own little unprofessional review. Also, we do like having reviews. So if you didn't enjoy us or you did enjoy us and our unprofessionalism, please let us know. It doesn't matter if it's public, private, however you want to send it in. We'd like to hear from you. Lastly, we drop episodes every Thursday at 1 p.m. So if you are following along, you'll know what's going on the week before. And you'll be able to watch the movie beforehand if you want to, or sit around and wait for the episode to drop and then see our terrible or awesome review.